Last piece of advice for young people: get married.
Yeah,
Think
get married
small.
and have a ton of kids. I mean, get married when you're too young, have more kids than you can afford, take a job you're not qualified for, live boldly, stop getting high, stop doing anything that blurs your vision or makes time go faster. You're going to die before you know it. Don't waste a second. That's the sin, is living thoughtlessly and wasting time. It's the one thing you can't get back. I've wasted a lot of money in my life. Oh my gosh. I don't care. I don't regret any of it. Every room service meal was worth it. It was fine. But any time that I wasted is really bitter for me because it's finite. And so live as fully as you can. And you can't control all this stuff that's going on. You can't control what Google does. And honestly, they're going to win. Like the powers that be will win, at least in the short term. Ultimately, they'll all blow up. But like, we're powerless and hated. I think this myself all the time. Are they going to crush me? Oh, yeah. Okay. But in the meantime, you know, I want to experience my life as fully as I possibly can. And I think that starts with having like a ton of kids.
Decline in shares of Fox, and let's get back to Julia Boorstin with the news on that. Julia?
Fox News Media announcing that it and Tucker Carlson, one of its marquee hosts, are parting ways. They announced that Mr. Carlson's last program was Friday, April 21st, and Fox News Tonight will air live at 8 p.m. starting this evening as an interim show with rotating Fox personalities until a new host is named. We see that stock down because he has been such an essential part of that network. He started at Fox News Channel in May 2009. So we see the stock is now down about 3.5%. Back over to you.
What's going on, everybody? Wired here. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. And today, luckily, I don't have to talk about Lord Voldemort, although I might later. We have to talk about some corporate media shakeup. If you haven't heard, and I'm sure you have heard if you're clicking on this video, because I'm a little late to the punch on this because I wanted to get a little more information, see if I could get you an accurate detail of what's going on. Yesterday, or more accurately maybe Sunday, Fox News dismissed or fired Tucker Carlson from his show in a very foolish, what you can only be described as like a parallel to the Bud Light move. And as I just showed you from that earlier clip, they lost about 3.5% stock from this. Because I gotta be honest with you, I watch Fox News a little bit, but I actually don't watch anyone else other than Tucker Carlson. I like Tucker Carlson. I think he's got good delivery. I think he's got good talking points. I don't agree with 100% of what he says. I try to be more in the middle or try to be more logical, but he's definitely not as bad as the left is paying him. Now, the other media shakeup, it also was from Don Lemon, also got canned, you know, as is his nature. But I think if anyone's following this, I mean, Don Lemon, he's gone a little woke. He's been a little unhinged lately. He got transferred from his own show. He was doing that morning show with those two ladies. And I hear they didn't like him too much. So I think Don Lemon's dismissal kind of makes more sense, which Tucker Carlson's is really kind of astounding because he was the big rating pullers for Fox. You thought of Fox in the past couple of years, you're thinking of Tucker Carlson. I'm going to give, I got two articles here we're going to get into. First is AOC demands Biden and Min regulate Tucker Carlson, Fox News, due to his incitement of violence, which I'm not a religious viewer of Tucker, so maybe someone correct me in the comments. I don't think this has ever happened. I think Miss Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat from New York, and scarily representing us in Congress, is what you would call a cry bully. I'm going to read this a little bit, although I don't think this was the actual reason. But if you did watch, she had a really cringe interview with Jen Psaki, which we're going to get into. AOC called for the federal regulation of conservative media on Sunday during an interview on MSNBC with former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. The socialist congresswoman made this, and that's, I mean, all you need to know, socialist, because, you know, that's worked in what, 192 countries socialist has been employed in. I'm going to go off on, has anyone actually read like the Communist Manifesto? Because I have. And I don't think Marx has like a lot of bad points. I really don't. The problem is there's no way to applicably apply that to the real world. It's just stupid when you take it, when you actually get down to it. Socialism is just a branch of communism. It's stupid. Capitalism is the best thing. Democracy is the best thing. But no, you know, we have socialists invading our government. I'm sorry, that was a little rant. I'm going to keep going. I'm sorry. Made this statement while discussing Fox News' Tucker Carlson and how the media personnel uses his platform to allegedly incite violence. He doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch everything Tucker does, but please show me where he tries to incite violence. I would love to see that. We have very real issues with what is permissible on air, says AOC on Sunday during an interview on MSNBC's Insight with Jen Psaki. You know, because Jen Psaki is also just a great journalist. Amazing, right? Sarcasm if you can't tell. Quote, we saw that with January 6th, and we saw that in the lead up to January 6th, and navigate quickly, blah, 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 incite violence, blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to remind everybody, AOC was actually unalived on January 6th. I think she got invaded in a building she wasn't in when she was many miles away from it. This is coming from the same woman who claimed she was, you know, arrested for protesting, and then she doesn't actually have handcuffs on or anything like that. AOC is not really, she is a congressperson. I'm not going to say she's not, because she is. But this is like political theater. That's what she does. That's her talent. She wants to be more of an influencer than a politician. She continued, I believe that when it comes to broadcast television like Fox News, these are subject to federal law, federal regulation in terms of what's allowed on air, what isn't. When you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, sorry, it is very, very clear incitement of violence, very incitement of violence, and that is the line that we have to be willing to contend with. So, in layman's terms, she wants the fourth branch, which would be media, to be subject to federal regulations. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words. That's fascism. That's what it is. Then you don't want a free press. Then you don't like the First Amendment. And yet you're representing us. That's terrible. I think AOC is an embarrassment. I don't know how the people in her district vote for her. And I just want to put out there that I'm not really interested in dating her. But, well, then I came over to, I pulled up my next video thing there. A little more of an interesting article here, which I think has a lot more cred. Tucker Carlson and Fox News pushed out by Rupert Murdoch, who is in charge of the company. And I think, let's read. Tucker Carlson, the provocative conservative primetime host who sustained Fox News ratings as a juggernaut, has been forced out of the network. Fox News announced a stunning and brave departure of its top-rated host Monday with no explanation, but people familiar with the situation who were not authorized to comment publicly said the decision to fire Carlson came straight from Fox Corp. Chairman Rupert Murdoch, with input from board members and other Fox Corp executives, which probably makes more sense than, you know, somebody caring about what AOC says, because let's be honest, nobody does. According to one person familiar with the decisions, Murdoch's son, Lachlan, is that how I say Lachlan? I don't know what that name is. And Suzanne Scott, chief executive of Fox News Media, decided late Friday that Carlson had to go. And they're down 3.5% in stock because of it. Carlson's last show was Friday. Now, I don't think this is very much the end for Tucker Carlson. I think Tucker Carlson is very talented. He has got a lot of charisma. He could go on and do a lot of things. I've heard rumors that the Daily Wire have actually put out a contract for him. They want to get him on board. I've heard rumors he's going to run for president. Although I don't know how successful he would be, he would probably get some votes. But anyway, this is a very foolish move by Fox. I would say this is akin to the Lord Voldemort controversy with Bud Light. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch one of my former videos, because I can't say the name. He who will not be named, she who will not be named, they who will not be named, I don't know. Can't say the name. But this is almost akin to the Bud Light controversy. Fox is going to suffer for this, and I think this is also going to be a slow burn. But anyway, let me go what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, comment down in the comment section with your opinions, what you think. I love to hear about it. I try to read all the comments I can. And I will catch you on the next one. I'm going to probably try to do a couple more videos today, be a little more proactive. I've been a little bit busy with, just, general stuff. I'm trying to run my other business, parenting. I'm trying to not split myself too much, but this is a very fascinating time. There's a lot of news out there. And now I'm rambling again. I apologize for that. I always do that. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it. Later.